What's going on today, guys? Tom here. Welcome back. I'm glad you're here. You guys are looking great, but I'm guessing you either saw the title of this video and it caught your attention, which is usually what's going to happen, or the thumbnail is really awesome, which I'm glad it is because I worked pretty hard on it. But anyway, let's go over why you clicked this video. You guys want to know what it's like to own a nitro bass boat after the first year. And let me tell you, you're not the first person to do it, to look up a video like this. I did it when I was first looking for a bass boat, 12 months to this date of me making this video when I first bought it. You can look online on YouTube, you can look at company reviews, pro videos, gear videos, boatreviews.com, anything you guys want to look at, they're all going to tell you the same thing. But Nitro doesn't sponsor me. None of these big boat companies do, so I'm not siding with anyone. I'm just going to give you my full honest opinion of what it's like to own a nitro bass boat for the first year, to give you guys a little insight of what you guys are going to be looking for when you're looking for a bass boat. So let's get right to it. Alright guys, so before we start this video off, I wanted to say thank you for clicking on this video, but also I want to thank you guys for another great year of 2020. Merry Christmas is around the corner, so my channel is going to be running a giveaway, 2-for-1 mystery tackle boxes. If you guys want to get in on that giveaway, the video is going to be pinned right up there if you guys want to check it out. It's the past video that I posted prior to the one that you're watching right now. So like I said guys, go subscribe, go check it out. Basically just join the top order fam and see how far we can get. And let's get into the nitro bass boat video. So before we get into these topics right now, I wanted to go over 3 topics for this video. I want to go over price wise, I want to go over storage, and I want to go over basically time and how you can use your boat. But first things first, I want to give you my honest opinion about owning a boat, a nitro boat, after my first year owning it. First of all, would I trade it for any other boat? It's hard to say because I only been on a Ranger and a Skeeter. I never been on any other boat besides a Ranger, Skeeter, and a nitro, and I own a nitro. Would I trade it for another boat? Possibly, maybe a 21 footer at one point in my life, but I have a 18-foot 9-inch boat. It's basically 19 feet long. And would I trade it? Probably not. I do enjoy my boat actually a lot. And some people will say, well, why do you like it? I'm like, one, the nitro is stable. I would have to say, next to the Skeeter being the most stable, I gotta say the nitro is the second most stable boat that you could probably buy. And if you look at the nitro, I'm gonna put a couple pictures up as well during this video. You can see how the nitro can compare to a Skeeter. Skeeter has the big pontoons on the back right here, whereas the nitro has the large oval pontoon basically in the back, where it kind of sets and levels you out each time you go back and forth. So the ride and the stability of the boat is basically no competition. Love the ride of the boat. If you guys want to ask me how fast it goes, honestly, it was me and my buddy. We went out 5 a.m. start just for a fun fishing trip. Me and him went out for the day. 5 a.m. we got to the launch. We launched the boat. The water was glass. And we have a 154 stroke on the back of my boat, and we hit close to 68 to 73 miles an hour with a 150. That's pretty crazy. The way Nitro designed what they call the rapid planing system, my boat gets on plane within maybe 3 to 4 seconds, and then it just takes off once you start trimming up. And that calm morning, we took off probably about maybe close to let's just say 70 miles an hour average. We were ripping. And it was by far the best experience on my boat we've ever had. Besides catching the bass and winning the tournaments, that's probably the most craziest moment we had on the boat so far. And basically, years after owning it, I would have to say this: I only had one bad experience with my boat. Actually, no. Let's make that 2 bad experiences with my Nitro Z18. This has no dealer error or anything like that. It strictly came from the factory, just a couple mishaps. One, when I first got my boat, I picked it up, I went to a local lake, I put it in the water, I started up, first crank, started right up. Now, you have a break-in period of 10 hours, you're supposed to keep it under 2,000 RPM. That's not regulated, it's not in the manual or anything, but I just choose to do that because every other motor I've seen people use, basically what you're going to be doing that entire time is just breaking in the motor, getting the oil circulated, getting the fuel in there, and making sure everything's good. Well, I couldn't do that for the first time I had my boat because a part off the factory of when mercury decided to put the motor on, they forgot to put a little switch on my motor. And if you guys ever had this happen, there's a Guardian system in the new Mercury's, and there's certain beeps that go with which warning and stuff like that. You can download it on your phone, and mine kept on beeping 3 times. I'm like, this isn't right. It's only supposed to be once. So I took off, and once it hit 2,000 RPM, it would go whoa, 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 like it wouldn't go any further. We pulled over, we packed the boat back up, we called Bass Pro, and called Mercury and everything. We brought it back for the warranty work. Turns out, from the factory, a sensor was not put on, which was called a trim sender. The trim sender is what plugs in and tells your engine whether or not the motor is tilted all the way down in the water, or it's still tilted up in the parking position. And without that trim sender telling the boat that the engine's actually in the water, the Guardian system was keeping it safe from exploding because it didn't think it was in the water. It thought it was out of the water. So there's a lot of different things you got to look up on this Guardian system, but it did help us from blowing the engine, and it regulated how fast we can actually go in the water. We did end up fishing that day, but we did have to take it back for warranty work. Secondly, the worst thing that's happened to me, I would have to say the Minn Kota 4Trex. Now let me just put this out here. I love Minn Kota. No hard anything about it. I never had a problem with them ever. Old trolling motors, new trolling motors, never had a problem. This one just has a problem with the pedal where you would click it with your toe to make your boat go. That was funny, it rhymed. You would click the toe button and it would power you through anything, and then sometimes it would turn off, and sometimes it would actually it would just keep going. Like, it would not turn off. Like, you would click the toe and you'd just be fishing. I'm like, I was over there, why am I all the way over here? And then you listen to it, you hear the trolling motor on, you're like, oh my god, it got stuck, and you have to hit it again. So those are the only 2 bad experiences I had after owning my boat. But overall, of me, after 1 year of owning my boat, if you were me, if I were to do it again, I would never change it. I would always buy brand new. Boats and motorcycles, I always buy brand new. 1, warranty from the dealership and the manufacturer always come good, because you don't know where you're getting into someone else's problem when you buy a used boat. And basically, sometimes you'll get a discount, and sometimes you can actually negotiate some stuff. So, my opinion, Nitros are amazing boats, top of the line. You might have to add some stuff to it to make it the way you want it to. We'll go more into depth with that after, but that's gonna be one of the topics we're gonna be talking about. And basically, I have no complaints about my Nitro. If you guys have any other questions, I might cover them in the next 3 parts that you guys want to know about. But I will say, Nitro, you hit spot on. So first things first, we're going to be talking about price. If you're anything like me when I first looked for a Nitro bass boat, I'm telling you this right now, you're not even looking at what you can add on the boat. You're not looking at the horsepower, the motor, anything like that. You want to know what you're going to be paying for that boat and how much per month you're going to pay. And everyone did the same thing. Nitro bass boat, I'm going to tell you, these guys at Nitro, they're going to be the cheapest on your list. The only reason I say that, you can look at Skeeter, Bass Cat, Ranger, Phoenix, any of these big brand competitors, Nitro's going to be the lowest price of them all. And I'll tell you why. The only reason I'm going to tell you why is because it's my own personal opinion, but I've heard it from many other Nitro owners that I've come across on the lakes, in person, friends and stuff like that. In my personal words, I call it a Lego boat. It sounds really funny, but you'll understand why in a couple seconds. If you look at, example, Skeeter, you can get a $65,000 bass boat, fully loaded, dual power poles, all tracks. You can get 12-inch helix on the front, 12-inch helix on the back, all the bells and whistles, with a 200 Pro SX on the back to a 175 with an 18-foot boat. And that's great. You want to drop the $65,000 by all means, but how many people do you know that can afford $65,000 just for a boat? That's why, me personally, I don't know anybody. So let's get into what I have. I have a 2019 leftover. I bought it at Bass Pro Shop. I bought a Z18. The Z18 is an 18-foot, 9-inch, 150 horsepower bass boat with a 80-pound thrust, Minn Kota trolling motor on the front, and a hook 2.5 Lowrance fish finder on the console, which is straight down scan. I paid $33,000 for this boat, and all it did was come with the motor, a trolling motor, and a fish finder. No bells and whistles for $65,000. But that's the thing with Nitro. Nitro does it so that way you can personalize the boat to your liking, and over time, let's say I bought my boat. I plan on adding power poles. I plan on adding another fish finder to my console to get rid of that other one. I already upgraded the trolling motor, fish finder, and everything else like that. I put a Garmin 9-inch Eco Maps with live scope on it, so that's what I have right now currently running. But like I said, Nitros are Lego boats. You can add whatever you want to a Nitro, but it's gonna cost you. That's why Nitros are so cheap. You can get an entry-level bass boat for super cheap that can get you on the water, get you fishing, rod locker, storage, tackle storage, 3 batteries, trolling motor, fish finder, everything you need to get out there and go bass fishing. Most people just want that. But if you're doing tournaments like I am, you kind of got to upgrade a little bit, and that's where the money pit starts. If you ask me, everything you put on is going to cost a price. It's true, because it didn't come preloaded. You're going to have to pay someone to put it on there, plus the parts to put on. So it all depends on price. Are you willing to spend $65,000 on a preloaded bass boat? Some people, yes. But you're only opting with the options that they have. Versus you buy a cheaper Nitro bass boat and upgrade it the way you want it to, and possibly come out even cheaper than $65,000, maybe $50,000, maybe $40,000, depending on what you want. So it all depends on price, on what you want, and how you want to rig your boat up to your specification of fishing. So if you ask me, my boat is perfect the way it is right now. I am going to upgrade to power poles because I live up here in North Jersey. We have wind, we have rocks, we have heavy current, and power poles will just do wonders for what I have up here. So that's going to be my upgrade for the next coming year. But away from that, think price, think all your options, weigh it out, and see how much. If you want to customize a Nitro, go on the Nitro's website like I did, customize what you want, and see the difference between what you have there versus what you can just get preloaded. It might actually become cheaper. And see if you can do it yourself. Some of that stuff is pretty easy. So just think about that. So next thing we're going to go over is storage. This is going to be number 2. And some people might ask in this video, why you got to talk about storage? Like, we just want to know about the boat and how your opinions are. Storage is pretty crucial because if you're anything like me, I'll use myself for an example. If you measure out a Nitro Z18 from tip of the propeller to tip of the swing away tongue for your trailer, it measures out to almost 24 feet. That's a pretty big boat right there in total. And I want to know, how many people's garages do you know, and how many garages have you had that can fit a 24-foot boat in it, wide and lengthwise, to be able to fit a bass boat inside it? Not that many people can even say they even have a garage around where I am. Some people don't have a garage, some people just have a driveway. So you got to think about storage. Are you keeping it outside? Or are you keeping it inside? What are you doing for winter, and what are you doing for summer? Me personally, with my boat, 24 feet long, it fits in my driveway perfect. I keep it in my driveway all summer long. In the winter, this year I have it in my backyard. It's winterized, it's shrink wrapped, everything is done to it, it's stored back there, out of the way of everything. But let's put it this way. If you're anything like me and you live on a busy street, some people do, some people don't, it depends on where you live. I live on a busy street, so I can leave 4 o'clock in the morning for a tournament and piece of cake pull right out of my driveway, no problem. But what are the chances that your tournament starts at 5:30 start time, and then all of a sudden your tournament ends around 2 o'clock, get back to the boat, do the weigh-in, that's 3 o'clock, and then you get home around 4. That's rush hour, the entire time you're driving home. If you're anything like me, I gotta back my boat into my driveway. And sometimes I can miscalculate the way I back it up. You can go over the curb, or you just gotta readjust, and you're causing traffic on both sides. And it's really funny because where I live, there's not that many boats that many people see. So when I back my boat in and I stop traffic for like a split, like 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, like 5 seconds, the people stop there and stare. I don't know if it's the Nitro glitter paint they have on it that's shining in their face, or they're just like in awe about it. But they're wondering, like, what is this contraption that is on the back of your truck? What are you doing with it? Where are you going with it? Are you gonna hit me, or what else? These people are crazy. They don't know what a boat is. It's really funny. And if you take the time to just stop there for a split second and look at the person that's staring at you, what you're doing, you're gonna have a nice little laugh about it. But aside from that, think about where your road is, and basically where you're going to store it for the winter, in the summer, and if you're going to have a cover on it or you're going to put it in a garage. It's basically that simple. My personal opinion, I use my boat so frequently around the summertime because obviously North Jersey, it's cold up here. My boat stays right in the driveway in the summer. I can peel out whenever I want to. Me and my buddies can hook it up really quick and just head out, and no one has to bother, so it's pretty good. So obviously storage is pretty crucial, as you guys can see now. How to pull it in, how you can do it. Basically, you just got to think about it, where you're going to store it. Let's go on to number 3. This is going to be time. When are you going to find the time to use it? What are you using your boat for? Me personally, after owning my boat for a year, I gained sponsorships, I gained more YouTube friendliness, I got more subscribers, I got more companies talking to me, I got deals coming in, I got friends I take out. Some people basically just asked me to come out, take pictures with them. I met so many subscribers around my town, it's really funny. But aside from that, at what point in that full year do you think, how much are you going to use that boat? We live in North Jersey. I just winterized my boat, so I had until, let's say, probably mid-April to end of November. That's when I had my boat going, so that's a pretty decent time. So not even gonna lie, I don't winterize my boat as soon as I get, oh my god, it's below 60 degrees. I'm not gonna do that. I'm still gonna go out and fish because sometimes fall fishing is really good. But like I said, where are you gonna find the time to use it? Are you only gonna use it 3 months out of the year? Are you only using it as like a weekend getaway? Are you using it to take people out? Are you using it for YouTube? Are you using it for business, sponsorships, tournaments? What are you using it for? You gotta find the time to use it. So I want you guys to think about this like really quick and picture yourself. Are you taking the kids out? Are you taking the wife out? Are you taking you and your buddy are going out for a couple drinks and you're gonna go fish for a little bit? Remember guys, drink responsibly. Can't even say that. But I want you guys to really think about it. What are you gonna use your boat for? And me, when I was first looking at my boat, it was a way for me and my father to get out. It was a way for me and my friends to do some crazy videos. It was able to get more content for the YouTube channel, the sponsorship pictures, more content for the sponsors, using their gear, and basically helping you guys get out. I got promo codes for everybody if you just got to hit me up for it. And giveaways, of course, to the loyal subscribers and anybody who wants to join. So it all depends on how you're going to use it. So that's really all I can say about time, is that just use your time wisely. Choose who you're going to go out with. If it's family, stick to family. If you're doing tournaments on the weekends, stick to the tournaments, or both family during the week. Like I said, me and my father usually go out and do some more tournaments, but I made myself more of a priority of YouTube business and then YouTube business / family time. That's the way I split my time on the boat, and that's basically how I plan on using my boat for the rest of my time as fishing. Alright, so basically after those 3 things, I want you to look at is price of what you're going to look for a nitro, and if you're lucky enough, you can get a nitro leftover, which is going to be cheaper than buying it that first year. 2, storage. Where are you going to store it? How are you going to store it? Where do you live? And just figure out if it's going to be easy enough for you. And basically, time. What are you going to use your boat for? That's all I can say about owning a nitros, but you just got to think of those things first. Alright guys, so I hope you found this video very helpful on how a nitro performs, what you're going to need to know about the nitro in the beginning, on what kind of boat you can get versus a nitro versus a more expensive kind. Things to look for is price, things to look for is storage, thing to look for is what are you going to use your boat for. Once you figure all that stuff out, I guess you can obviously say you kind of picked out what you want to get, but in my honest opinion, is a nitro bass boat worth it for the money? 100% I would say yes. You're getting what you want, you're getting a clean package, you're getting that nice glitter paint job, you're getting that iconic thing going on. Like nitro, I'm looking at Bassmaster magazine right here. I was looking at before. Almost 3/4 or more of the Bass Pros have nitros. Like that's got something to say. If these guys are running nitros, there's got to be something good about them. But like I said, don't take my word for it. Go for some dealerships and some marinas. They actually let you test drive and go for a demo ride on a nitro. I suggest doing that. And obviously, I would give it 10 out of 10. Except for my 2 problems I had in the beginning of the year. I would say maybe 9.5 for a bass boat. But like I said, guys, it all depends on preference, your price range, the way you want to use it, what you want to use it for. And I know this video has been kind of a rant, but I wanted to tell you guys everything you need to know before buying your first bass boat and getting into the whole bass fishing segment of your life that you guys want to get into. So I hope you guys find this video very helpful. If you guys want to, again, join the giveaway right here. I know this video was long. If you guys made it to the end, I'm very, very happy you did. Here's the link at the top for the giveaway video. Again, 2 full mystery tackle boxes. They're actually right behind me, right over here. And like I said, Merry Christmas to you guys. I hope you guys are all doing well. And 2020 is almost over. We can get through this, and I'll catch you guys on the lake. Maybe I'll see you guys in a new Nitro. I'll catch you guys next time on Top Order Tom. Stay on top.
I don't deny there's some strange evolutionary process going on, but mankind won't be destroyed. The fact that you and I are working